Welcome back to Brush Up Your Game, and today a re-review of Wave 16's U.S.S. Pasteur from All Good Things and a little bit of Deep Space Nine, while the Pasteur specifically from All Good Things. The Olympic class, Deep Space Nine, it's a medical ship. It's a hospital ship. It's meant to be there. It's a Mirror Universe ship, and it's a shame that we haven't gotten some Olympic class for the Federation for in other ways, because I think it would help. It really runs a support role, but it's weird because it's a 1-1-5-4, and there's no weapon slot, there's no ability to target lock. It's an evade scan battle station, and with 2 crew 2 tech, there are things you can do with it to make it very interesting. One of my favorites was Picard maneuver, and then some other kind of disruption. And you get in your opponent's face real quick, because with this named ability, after you perform a maneuver with a speed of 5 or greater, you may immediately perform an evade action as a free action. So you're getting in there. You're making your opponent contend with the fact that you're in their face on turn 1. You're disrupting their plans. And you're not going to get shot, because with Picard maneuver, they're rolling less attack dice against you. You've got evade to counterplay their whatever dice do roll to hit, and you've got enough durability here. And now you can add reinforced shielding, enhanced reinforced hull, that sort of thing. You got crew. You can add a weapon in here. There's not really a great weapon to do right now. That may change in the future. What little I know about upcoming packs, I think that the future looks bright for the Pasteur, having some interesting things. So keep that in mind. Even then, putting like dorsal phaser array on here, getting 3 dice 360 is interesting and doesn't make it this like hyper target, but that's enough to kind of get in somebody's face and be annoying, and then you kind of counter this very weird, I'd argue not very good maneuver dial, where you can go straight, but good luck turning ever, and with a 90 forward firing arc, well, and 1 attack die. Why? Why would you ever do anything to be in good position? You're not. So 360 actually does cover a lot of sins of this ship. I like that. Named ability, generic ship, not good. If we go over here to Spuds, and we look at we'll look at the Olympic. Named at 19, generic at 15, back from 22 and 20. I think that could even use a discount further, but might be something that has to be re-examined. It's So captains. We start with Warf. I always forget that Warf came on this ship, but this is the Captain Warf that works really well on Avenger. Action roll +1 attack die, +1 defense die this round. And then place an Ox Power token beside your ship, so that triggers Avengers text to get more dice. And the unfortunate part of Warf is the 4 points. 6 skill, talent slot. This is good. We like this stuff. The 4 points feels overpriced, feels unnecessary. In today's age, he doesn't really hold up. This is not a great action in and of itself. If it wasn't for Avenger, this version of Warf would be terrible. But that ship alone makes him at least somewhat intriguing. We get a Captain Riker. Again, all good things, Riker. Skill 7, action, place a scan token beside your ship. You may then perform 1 action from your action bar as a free action. It's okay. He's kind of like Picard, except limited to scan, so you're going to scan and do something else. Good in missions, good in combo scenarios, very nice with Spock. I don't love him, but I don't hate him. He's a decent captain. He's skill 7. This is where the 4 points feels right. He feels fairly priced. He feels solid in all of his abilities. He's just not amazing. He doesn't pay a mirror tax because there's no like take an Ox power token. He works. Beverly Picard, and I will always call her Beverly Picard, is a skill 5 with a talent slot and 3 points, and I like all of those things about her. I think that's fair. If you performed a green maneuver this round, each time, yes, that's each time you defend this round, you may convert one of your battle station results into an evade, and she is my favorite captain to put on ISS Defiant, because you're going to have a stack of Ox power tokens about this high, yeah, and sure, do a green maneuver, get a little bit of conversion, and that all works for me. I like her. I think she's, again, not great, but she's a nice passive conversion. I like I don't mind doing the green maneuver. I like what she has. If you're getting the sense that I like this pack overall, yeah, keep going with me here. We do get Admiral Riker here, and Admiral Riker to do the same things that the captain does. Place scan token, then get an action from your action bar as a free action. He works quite nicely. I think that both Tristan and I had Admiral Riker and Captain Riker up in the upper half of our Rikers. He's definitely a better Admiral for the Mirror Universe than Black or... I forget the other Mirror Universe Admiral. That's going to annoy me. Let's go look that up, shall we? Mirror Universe Admiral. I did say Admiral. Get rid of crew. I probably have a cost filter. Yep. There we go. Okay. Oh, Pike. Yeah, Pike if you desperately need that. Yeah, Riker. Why do I have Klingons checked? Wow. I am not having the day today. Pike, Riker, Black, Gardner. Gardner's the one. Oh, Warf. Yeah, Worf's really good. Okay, but Riker's up there. Yeah. Good. Serves a good purpose. I like that. Starfleet Intelligence. Talent slot, or talent upgrade, not slot. 3 points. When defending during the modified defense dice step, you may discard this card to reroll any number of your defense dice, or when attacking during the modified attack dice step, you may discard this card to reroll any number of your attack dice. And that's not just with primary, that's secondary. Better version of Tactical Officer from Alliance. Now, granted, it is a discard. It's a one-time use. That's the trade-off. Can't be re-enabled. But I really appreciate this card because it's a talent, and we don't get tons of use for talents. I like that this can work really well if you're a cloaking ship and you just have that really bad roll. It's not a terrible talent to put on like Weapon 0 because you're going to need that reroll of defenses. Plus, it kind of makes sense. If you're stealing Starfleet Intelligence, or Federation Intelligence, Earth Intelligence at that point, I guess, it works. And if you want just offensive quality, you got choice. And I like built-in choice, and it doesn't seem to have cost way more for that choice. Probably each part of these alone would have been 2. So I'm okay paying a 3rd point for the option, and I can roll with that. Yellow alert at the start of combat phase before any attacks are made. You can discard this card, and if you do so, you place either an evade or a battle station token beside your ship, even if there's already one there. And that's cool. Again, it's only a one-time use, but it's 2 points to get a token that you probably need. This works great for photon torpedoes. I don't like that it's Mirror Universe faction locked, but if you're trying to run torpedoes on a mirror ship and you're running Sakona, maybe you captured the mirrored ship, so Sakona's not costing way more. Then you're getting your weapons cheaper. You're importing maybe Ferengi photon torpedoes, and this works. And then you're getting quality. You got target lock battle stations, and you got a lot built in. Or you run the Fed torpedoes. You're converting your blanks to battle stations. Spend your battle stations. You got a whole bunch of hits. It's all there for you. Yellow Alert enables one really good round. I like it. I like the card. Yeah, it's one time. Wish it was more. Wish it was time tokens, of course. I would always love a card like this to be time tokens. But I'll take it for what it is. Then we have Impulse Drive. Impulse Drive is tech, 3 points. During activation, if you reveal a 1, 2, or 3 maneuver straight or bank, before you move, you may disable this card, and if you do so, and the maneuver is white, treat it as green. If the maneuver is red, treat it as white. Has its benefits. Not many red 1, 2, or 3 straighter banks, though. That's the only struggle. The nice thing is it will treat the whites as greens. And that's probably the best part of this card, is it gives you a lot of freedom to get out of the Ox power turn. Again, I don't love that this is a disable. I think it would be way better as a time token card. And that's probably the only thing I'd change here. I think this is the worst card we've come across in this pack. But that's saying something, because it's still not terrible, and I can run with it. Boy, I think I pulled a Shatner there. Inverse Tachyon Pulse, a 2-point tech. When you initiate an attack while there's a scan token beside your ship, how do you get that scan token? Probably Captain or Admiral Riker. You may disable this card. If you do so, the defending ship rolls 1 less defense die against that attack, and that's in addition to the scan token that they're losing in a defense die. Yeah, this one is where I struggle, because this card legit could have just said, when you initiate an attack while there's a scan token beside your ship, the defending ship rolls 1 less defense die, and it would have worked. But the disable part of it, I'm not paying to re-enable this, and that means I'm not paying to run the card. It's just not happening. Not until we have some consistent way of re-enabling tech. We have it for crew. We need it for tech. It can be a tech that re-enables other tech. That would make sense to me. It could be a different version of an exocomp. An exocomp that turns a disable into time tokens on tech would be great. We have it for weapons. We have it for crew. We need it for tech. Chilton. When defending during the deal damage step, after your ship suffers at least 1 damage to its hull, you may discard this card to immediately perform an additional green maneuver. For 3 points, touch pricey. But given the time, it was one of the first cards to do this, and they started experimenting with cards like Dorian Collins, where you discarded her when you took a hull damage to repair a shield. Nell is, you take damage, now you get to move. So there were ideas of like, okay, I'm going to take that damage and then I move, and then other ships can't actually shoot me. Or it sets you up for an attack. And I like that there was good potential here. There were a couple of different ways you could choose to run Nell, offensively or defensively. If you're in a certain mission, you can actually use her to progress in the mission, and in some ways you stop your opponent from actually making the attack on you. I like that. She also combos well with the IKS AMAR, because you can take damage once per game, then make the attack back against somebody, and then move. Or move and then make an attack against somebody. Lots of nice ideas. She's still too expensive. Needs to be discounted. And then we have Alysa Ogawa, who I respect and I like. love the character. I think we need a Prime Universe version of her, and I think it's a shame that WizKids has not put one out for her. Because for her only to exist as a Mirror Universe character is odd. But as a 2-point character, action. Remove one disable token from one of your tech or crew upgrades. I guess this is one way to get disable tokens removed. Then perform a scan or evade action as a free action. So she has 2 for 1. 2 actions for 1. The only thing I struggle with is that you have to want a scan or an evade. If you want those things, then you're great. Then she works perfectly well. And she is a very good crew, one that I probably forget about more than I remember her. But she does a very nice job at removing disable tokens and getting you something more. And I appreciate that. I think there's value in her. And yeah. So overall, this pack is, I have to say, the best single ship pack, upgrade-wise, depth of quality improvement in the game. Faction packs are better. I think card packs might even be better. But in terms of a blister where you get a ship, you get the cards, it's really tough to beat this. Not everything is high-level tournament play, but everything here is consistently good. Some things could be better. Some of the tech could be better. Some of the crew could even be better. But there's solid ideas. There's solid ways to build. And Mirror has done that in these early days. The ISS Enterprise, the Pasteur, they had these really cool packs that developed them as a faction. And I think Mirror had great ideas. And then whoever was designing Mirror, playtesting Mirror, building Mirror up, left. And that's why Mirror suffered. Which is a shame, but it happens. But still, if you can find a Pasteur, you need to get a Pasteur, because this is a really good, interesting pack, thematic pack, and one that you can do a lot with. Granted, you're going to need some other ships, but you want to talk faction play, the Pasteur enables it in great variety. So that's the highest praise I can give it. It is excellent, and I definitely think if you're at all intrigued by playing with the Mirror Universe, you need to go and get the U.S.S. Pasteur. All right, that's going to wrap it for me. Thank you all for watching, and until next time, keep brushing up your game. Take care.